Immediately after elections, Rigiji went full-blown and talked about shares. What is a share? We are all Kenyans.
But in yesterday's interview, he said actually people negotiated for shares. Talked about Udavadi, Wetangula asking for shares, saying that even the shares that they were talking about, like for example, Mudavadi, the share that he got being the CS, Cabinet Secretary, Prime Minister, Wetangula, what he negotiated is about the speaker. So I don't know what the kind of shares.
Lengo la chama chochote cha kisiasa ni kushika dola. The purpose of any political party is to ascend to power. They do have manifestos. They do have MOU, Memorandum of Understandings. And don't forget, this party merged. They were Ford Kenya, they were ANC, they were URP, TNA, and all those little formations. So for them to make a formidable team, they had they were to sign a contract, of which there was also a betrayal. If you heard clearly Rigiji yesterday, he said they were talking about shares. What about other tribes or other formations? We didn't vote for UDA. What's their stake as Kenyans? But as far as you know, we are the stakeholders. The sovereignty of the people, of the country, belongs to the people. Article 1, Sub-Article 1. We can exercise our rights directly or indirectly by so delegating the powers to the elected leaders from MCA, women rep, MPs, senators, governors, to president. Deputy president is not captured anywhere. And this is where we've messed. And this is where there is a lacuna in our laws. And it's high time we have to amend this clause so that it should be an elective post for people to contest. That's where we'll have decorum. So when he was talking about shares, he was talking about balkanization of other tribes which were not in the UDA. And is in the records. And even now in the motions, the mover clearly demonstrated how we've been chest stamping when he goes to court. Nyinyi hamkutupigia kura, hamna share yenu, mtakula mali mlipiga, ngoja hawa watu wakule. Is it not tribal? He is a national leader. He is one of the ethos of our progressive constitution. He should demonstrate leadership. He comes to Kisumu, talk about amekaribishwa vizuri, hakujua Wajaluo ni watu wazuri. Kama Uhuru Kenyatta alituambia baba ni mtu mzuri, na sasa baba Ruto ametuambia ni mtu mzuri, then baba ni mtu mzuri, mchawi, mganga, mpiga ramli, mzee wa kitendawili ambaye aliwekewa mtego, asiingie wapi? Asiingie State House. Ghafla amekuwa mwema kwa sababu is under siege now.
Just to, there's a point he said that when Ruto and Gachagua taking power during the swearing in, Ruto actually said that he won't allow his deputy president
to be demeaned, to be frustrated, to be in politics.
Why is he right now
in politics
throwing his deputy
in politics? There are no permanent friends but permanent interests. And in the 42 cardinal rules of power, you should not outshine your master. He tried to outshine his master by so clamoring for the so-called voting basket in Mount Kenya. Let us go by demographs. Presently, Kikuyu are leading with 8.2 million. Kalenjins, Luyas follows by 6.8. Kalenjin 6.3. Luos are 6.2. And then we go to Eastern, we go to Coast and some other areas. So when talking about Mlima, mimi nashindwa kuelewa. And those are the arithmetics. Smart, His Excellency Ruto calculated and captured Western. You know, Western has a large chunk of votes, but they've been divisive politics. When you go to Kakamega, Oparanya is the kingpin. When you go to Bungoma, Wetangula, you used to tear it apart with the likes of Wamunyinyi and whatever. When you go to Trans Nzoia, there's Natembea with the Jistawe movement, which is not going anywhere. And then, that's it. But this time round, trust me and take it from me, Western is going to vote as a bloc. They have got prime cabinet secretary, they have got speaker, and they have got Oparanya and as minister of industries. Nani hataki kuwa ndani ya serikali?
This time around, believe they vote as a bloc.
As a bloc. Nyanza, we are still loyal. Baba kisema right, they go right. Wakisema left and they right. And then is now being garnered for the AU, the utmost seat in Africa. When you go to Coast, Joe is a kingpin. Mvurya is in Kwale. Joe is in Mombasa. Amason Kingi, Speaker Senator is in Kilifi. The likes of Mungatana, Dado Godana are in Tana River. And then Lamu, we have got Timimi, who is the chairman of ANC. So when we talk about arithmetic, Ruto can get a second term without the Mlima bloc. And mark you, even Mlima now is divided. The likes of Kimani Ichung'wah, Ndindi Nyoro. Those forces, listen how akina Kabogo wanaongea. So Mlima sio ile Mlima ya zamani. Walisema isiguswe lakini imeguswa. Now, when talking about impeachment, initially, Rigiji thought that it was a comedy. He went full blown and blasted his masters the way Ruto blasted Uhuru. But these are two different people. Uhuru is a silent killer. Sema mimi nitukane tu, matusa ishiki nguo. Ruto went viral and abused Mheshimiwa Uhuru. That was his type of politics. But Ruto is a political student of the former dictator Moi and smart, gullible Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Ruto was in ODM. You know the type of politics of Baba combined with the dictatorship of Moi. While Rigathi was an iota political student of who? Of the late Moi. But it was an administration. So when he went viral talking about shares, when he went viral and he is known to have grand corruption cases, when he was declaring wealth, he had 800 million. All of a sudden, his wealth has risen to 5.2 billion in 2 years' time. And it has been demonstrated. You know, we are not supposed to address the matter before the court. But the ball...
He said his wealth, he gained his wealth even before becoming a member of parliament. Before he entered politics.
His net worth was 800 million. Presently, in 2 years, it's 5.2 billion. And yesterday, I don't know who advises Rigiji. He had wrong advisor. And the other day in church, he was like pretending to ask for mercy. That was not genuine mercy or rather forgiveness. Take it from me. Yesterday that he went viral, he enlisted the so-called property which he'd been implicated with. None belonged to him. He talked of his former governor brother, Gachagua. His sons, who are very smart than other agencies in Kenya, can just walk to a bank with no surety and get a grant of 600 million to buy Vipingo estate. KEMSA issue is here. And then the worst scenario, we've been tribal. We've been fighting each other. But the moment he tampered with administration of Nairobi County, Sakaja has really sanitized Nairobi. Sakaja is trying to raise Nairobi to be the epic of Africa by so making it tidy. The movement of businessmen from Wakulima Market to Jogo Road is a timely move. How can you move on a street in the midst of the town, yet there are vendors all over? He went there and went viral. Anambia msitoke, wanatuingilia Wakikuyu, wanatuonea, hawatutakii mema. Kwa hiyo kilichopo ni kwamba sisi hatutakubali kitu kama hii. Hakuna atakaye watoa hapa. But being that Sakaja is very smart, when they were in meeting with the president, he assured the president that as elected governor of Nairobi, he'll stand to raise Nairobi to the required bar. One of the testimonials of witnesses in today's impeachment is Honorable John Sakaja about balkanization of tribes and incitement. The so-called deputy president, who's supposed to be unitary factor, had divisive politics.
So I remember he once told Sakaja, don't forget we are the ones who voted for.
Never. Nairobi is a cosmopolitan state. Luos and Luyas had a large chunk of vote in Nairobi than Kikuyus. Get your facts right. You can't be a governor. Even Kidero ascended to power courtesy of Luyas and Luo votes.
Just say what Gachagua said.
And me as a political analyst, I'm now giving you the insight of it. Sonko came a governor of Nairobi due to a large chunk of Luo and Luyas, and that's even the capital which Mr. Honorable Sakaja did what? Used. Now, what is happening today? Honorable, the MP of Kibwezi had allegations. He presented them before the parliament. Parliament's work as our representatives are just to examine the allegations. There are still allegations because one is not guilty until proven guilty. After going through, providing the evidence, there will be what is called guillotine voting. We need 232 MPs to pass the motion. In parliament, we have got 349 MPs. 232 already, there are 291 who have assented to it. Definitely, Mr. Rigiji is under siege. Next step, it is Senate who is going to have full trial of what? Of these proceedings. This is in legal terms called quae judici. Or when we are in parliament time, there is what we call prima facie. It's just hearing and examining if the watertight evidence which can make him be prosecuted.